Okay, there we go. So good morning, welcome. I'm glad you're here. We've got some things to cover, and let me share my screen with you. Let's look at this. And share my screen. Oh my goodness. There we go. Begin. Awesome. And I'm just minimize that right there. Okay, so as we get started here, I always like to start with thanking our affiliates, Legendary Escrow, Landwood Title, American Home Shield, Old Republic. I want to thank you all for promoting and using them every time you do. It just makes the company stronger, but more importantly, it helps you with your transactions. So thank you very much. I really do appreciate it there. Okay, admit. I think we have everybody down. Okay, so moving forward, I want to say, well, actually, Imelda, you're next.
Good morning, everyone. Just a quick reminder, I am still doing one-on-ones for anybody that does need help with the VAC or any issues with logging in, any system. So if you guys would like to schedule an appointment with me, I do have availability.
Awesome. Thank you so very much. Yeah, Imelda's great at that. If you, especially like with your farms and you need help uploading them and getting them into the VAC, she's awesome with that as well. So thank you for everything you do. We appreciate you. All right, so congratulations to our listing agents. Our goal is 30. We're at 16 halfway through the month. So I'm very encouraged to think, of course, we'll definitely get there, right?
Right.
I love it. So since last week, congratulations, Linda Kroll, Donna Ambrose with her 3 listings. SB Valdez, Patrick Lane up in Big Bear with his 2 listings, and Rolando. So congratulations to all of you. And then on the sales side, our goal is 45. We're actually at 17. So if you haven't gotten any of your pending escrows in SkySlope, make sure you do that right away. But congratulations to Abraham, Christine, Mike Gallage, Kennedy team, Patrick Lane, and the George Lopez team. So I appreciate everything you do. I know it's not easy out there. And I appreciate all the work that you're putting into your business and the office. So thank you. Okay, we're going to cover a few different things today, but one of the things I wanted to cover is sales skills. Many of us don't come from a sales background, right? We have other jobs, and then we jump into real estate thinking, hey, this is really cool. I can do this. And the answer is yes, you can. But sometimes we stumble a little bit on what to say or how to say it, or we're maybe not talking to enough people. And so I want to cover some things, and these are pretty basic sales skills. So bear with me if you've got these mastered. Kudos to you. There'll be other things for you in just a few minutes. But the first thing you have to remember as you are thinking about what you're going to say is approach, assess, and ask. Okay, those are the 3 things you want to just think about: approach, assess, and ask. So in order to be successful, you need to obtain fundamental skills in 2 key areas. Skills to find prospective buyers and sellers is number 1, and skills to convert the potential clients into sold business is number 2. And just remember, selling is an orderly process of uncovering a client's needs and finding practical solutions. Hi, Deb. Okay, so developing your sales awareness, prospecting, that's on your calendar every single day, well, at least 5 days a week. You should have time blocked out for prospecting. This is what's going to make you money, all right? So prospecting is the process of constantly looking for people who need to move. Without the awareness of opportunities, you may miss finding enough prospects to work with in order to support your established business goals. So what I found is a list of many reasons why people want to buy or sell real estate. When you hear these subjects being discussed, whether online or in person, regard them as hints and clues of possible real estate opportunities. So we're out there every single day. We're online, we're on social media, we're in restaurants, we're at the clubhouse, we're on the golf course, we hear, and various conversations are being held. And what I want you to do is listen with the intent to hear some of these things, okay? So what am I talking about? Oops, back. All right, any of these topics, income increase, a raise, promotion, or job change. They may want to buy a bigger house, right? Income decrease, what if they lost their job, pay cut, bankruptcy, foreclosure? They're transferred into town. Where are they going to be living, right? They're transferred out of town. Birth, they might need an extra bedroom, right? Death, they need to downsize. Marriage, divorce, school changes, or special needs of children or family members. Health change, maybe they're going to an assisted living facility. If they're looking for a tax shelter, oh my gosh, 1031 exchange could be the answer for them. Maybe they're just moving because they want change. They're unhappy with their present home. Release of present equity or property used by owner. I got to tell you, a lot of people have no idea how much equity they have in their home today. I mean, they just know the market's been a little crazy, but they have no idea what their home is worth. So listen, and then of course, just basic investment. So when you hear those topics, that light should go off and you can think, I can turn this into an approach, assess, and ask scenario, right? You're going to approach them, you'll assess their situation, and then you're going to ask for the business. So 3 steps: approach, assess, and ask for commitment. So for example, when you're prospecting, you're going to approach someone, you're going to assess, determine if real estate needs exist, and you're going to ask for an appointment or permission to follow up, okay? If you're giving a listing presentation, you're going to approach the sellers, you're going to assess their needs, motivation, and urgency. Why are they selling? How soon do they need to, move? What does it mean if they're not in their location in the next 6 months? You just start asking a series of questions. And then of course, you're going to ask for the listing. When you meet a prospective buyer for the first time at your open house, you're going to greet them at the door. I always like to talk about that 15-second commercial where you're talking about things that they cannot see. You're not going to say this is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath home. Here's your kitchen, here's the living room, because for heaven's sakes, they know that, they can see that. But what you might want to talk about is some of the features they may not see. What type of, do they have double pane windows, solar? What is the HOA cover, right? So questions that they can't see, you want to definitely touch upon that. So you want to greet them, you want to assess their needs, motivation, and urgency. And then you want to ask them to work with you to find the right home or consider the purchase of the open house property if it's appropriate. So we have a couple examples here. So this is an open house example. This is the time, of course, when you're trying to establish rapport. You want to build that trust because all things being equal, people do business with people they like, right? All things not being equal, people will still do business with people they like. So you need to start building that rapport. So, a couple ideas. I'm glad you came by today. Are you familiar with this area? That's a really important question because if their answer is yes, and maybe they live in the neighborhood, what does that tell you? If they're living in the neighborhood? Exactly. That might be your future seller, right? Or a lot of times it's a friend of the sellers that you're currently sitting in, and they've asked that neighbor to come in and just check it out. How are you doing, right? See if how that agent is working. You might want to say, it's a good day to be house hunting. My name is, give them your name, and you are, because sometimes they don't necessarily volunteer that information, right? May I ask, did you see our ad in the newspaper or my open house signs? I think this is probably the #1 thing agents miss is you are spending money every single month in marketing and advertising, and then coming to your open house and they leave. And I might ask, so how did they get to your open house? I'm not sure, I didn't ask that question. You need to ask that question. Anytime your phone rings, how did you get my number? If somebody referred them, you certainly want to be able to thank the person who referred them, right? Or if they saw an ad in the Desert Sun, or if they saw an ad in Palm Springs Live, or if they saw you online, you want to be able to track where that's coming from. Okay, so And then would it be possible for me to get your comments on the house after your tour? The owners and I would really appreciate knowing your reactions. So these are a few examples of the approach when you're approaching that potential client. Okay, we're going to assess now. We got to ask questions to begin to determine the visitor's needs. If by your questions you discover that the visitors are ready, willing, and able prospects, you will want to start working with them immediately, obviously. If the visitors are in early stages of their property search, this just tells you you need to stay in touch with them. A great opportunity to get their contact information and get them into your drip systems and neighborhood reports. When they're ready to work with a real estate sales professional, you will be the likely choice if you stay in touch, if you follow up, if you remain top of mind. The assess step is created to help prioritize all prospects so that everyone has their needs met in the most appropriate manner and time. So there are two types of questions to use when assessing the customer: open-ended questions and closed-ended questions. And these are important, right? And you'll see why in a minute. So open-ended questions are used to gather information. They generally require a multi-word response. Open-ended questions usually begin with the words who, why, where, when, what, how, and often ask for information about urgency, motivation, wants, and needs. Other good openers include phrases like, tell me more about this, or tell me about that, and phrases that elicit opinions or feelings. So, for example, when would be the best time for you to be in the new home? What puts you in the market right now? Okay, we're asking them to, we're trying to bring them to have dialogue with us. So many times we ask somebody, how are you? Fine. Now we're thinking, oh gosh, now what do we say? You know, because you can tell, and gosh knows, I've done enough open houses to have had the people that just walk by, they don't want to deal with you, and they're out the door, and you're thinking, what did I do wrong, right? And it's just how people are. So trying to engage them in dialogue, those open-ended questions are really important. Where are you planning on moving? How soon do you need to be in your new home? Which are your favorite neighborhoods? What do you like most about this area? I mean, you should have these questions written down on a legal pad. And as they're coming in, you know, just check, you know, raise the page, look at your notes and ask the questions. You know, it's okay to take notes while people are talking to you. Tell me about any special requirements your children have regarding the school's extracurricular activities. To families with children, schools are hugely important. So finding out some information like that is excellent. How important is the yard to you? Who else will be involved in the home buying decision? You know, I'm here looking for a neighbor, a friend, a relative, right? So you want to find out who is the decision maker. Okay, closed-ended questions, that's easily answered with yes or no. Okay, so it can confirm the information you've gathered, offer an alternative choice, or elicit specific information. Closed-ended questions start with words like is, are, could, would, can, do, have. Is this a neighborhood you would consider? Okay, that's a yes or no, right? Could I help you by emailing housing information? Right, yes or no. You said you wanted a large master bedroom, is that correct? You know, these are closed-ended questions. Would you consider a property with a walk-up attic instead of one with a basement? Probably not here. Because I don't, you know what, that's not true. I've seen one property with a basement here in the desert. Believe it or not, it was in a manufactured home at Palm Desert Greens. It was the craziest place. I've never, you walk around the back and there's this door and you're thinking, what the heck? And you open the door and then there's these stairs down. It was kind of weird. Anyway, I was afraid to go down there by myself. Wanted to make sure I came back up. Do you still plan on coming to town the week of? Have you had an opportunity to talk to a mortgage lender about your financing options? These are great questions to, you know, the important questions about financing. Are you working with a real estate sales professional to help you sell your property? Is this the correct spelling of your name? Just little closed-ended questions. And then of course you're asking. So you've approached them, you've assessed by asking open and closed-ended questions, and now you're going to ask for the commitment. So this is the one area often neglected by real estate professionals. People are afraid to close. I don't want to be too pushy. right? I'm afraid, what if they say no? Well, what if they say yes? Okay, so it cannot be overlooked if you are to be successful in this business. Asking is not limited to asking people to list or buy. It also includes asking for the right to help them, asking if you can refer them, asking for appointments or the right to contact them at another time. Most prospects need help in making a decision. Therefore, it's your job to ask every time you're assessing questions, reveal an opportunity. Make sure you do it in order: approach, assess, and ask. So all components of approach, assess, and ask are important to the success of your prospect, and using them in order is very important. Think how you would feel as a buyer if you have a salesperson jump right into ask without building a good approach and assess process. Welcome to the open house. Ready to buy it, right? Write an offer. You know, some people would be kind of offended and taken back and think you're a little too aggressive, and they wouldn't necessarily want to work with you. So exceptional sales professionals understand the benefits of using approach, assess, and ask. And so you might want to, and just a thought process, do a little activity here. Not right now, but you know, on your own time, I definitely recommend it. How can I get this out of the way? Okay, so create your script using the approach, assess, and ask. I take out a legal pad. Again, I always like to leave the front page blank. And then on page 2, I start writing out questions that I think are important, that I want to remember to ask, or information. If I was sitting in an open house, I'd be writing down what the HOA covers, right? I'd be writing down some, you know, what is the HOA fee? Where is the community pool? You know, is it a private golf, or how much does it pay? You know, how much does it cost to play if it's not a private course? These are questions that you, or answers that you can have already written down. So when somebody asks you, you've got peace of mind. You're not stressed out that, oh, I forget, what if what is the square foot? When is this house built? You know, we have all this stuff in our head trying to remember. Just put it right there, and then, you know, go back and look, and then write down answers to the questions. You stay calm, and even more important, that act of actually writing what they're saying down is a form of active listening. So when you do that, the person who's at your open house believes that you are hearing what they are saying. So that is an important piece of listening, is actually writing down what they're saying. So, you know, practice this, practice your script, and commit to talking to 5 people a day until everyone in your database has been contacted. I can't tell you, I hear over and over and over, almost on a daily basis, well, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing and my phone's not ringing. I'm farming, I've got my VAC, I've got my neighborhood reports, I've got my postcards, I'm doing all these things. What else can I be doing? And I ask the question, how many people are you having conversations with on a daily basis? And I see blank looks. That is the key piece. You have to take that extra step. You have to have active prospecting. Well, I don't like doing this. Okay, do something else, right? I don't like making phone calls. No problem. Just go where there's people then, right? Maybe it's socializing somewhere, or go to the clubhouse, or go networking at an event. But whatever it is, you've got to find something to get in front of people, because if you're not, you're only taking care of one piece of your business. And you've got to, if you really want to make money, you have to have conversations every single day. Okay, the magic question. I like this, the magic question. So your objective when making contact with prospective buyers and sellers is to find people that have a need that you can help fulfill. So you want to look for prospects who have a need to sell and who have a need to buy, or information about someone that your services. So to find these contacts, ask the magic question. Who do you know who's planning to buy or sell real estate? Super simple question, but it's a question you should be asking everyone. Who do you know? You're in the business. They expect you to ask that question, guys, right? It's just one of the, it's your business. So who do you know who's planning to buy or sell real estate? So that question is going to open a lot of conversations, right? Remember, open-ended questions will generate thought on the part of the contract. Will a close-ended question will usually only elicit a short yes or no. So notice the difference in the prospect's response when you say, who do you know, instead of do you know? Just that one addition of who will change the entire course of how that person is going to answer. Make sense? So it's important. And sometimes we're not thinking of our verbiage and how we're eliciting those responses. So by adding that one little word in front, instead of do you know of someone who's looking to buy or sell, their gut instinct is going to say, yeah, no, because they don't want to think. But who do you know? Their brain immediately turns into thought process. Okay, so that's important. Now, proper grammar for the magic question would be, whom do you know? for all you people who are sitting there going, yeah, that's improper grammar. Proper grammar is whom do you know? However, who do you know is more commonly heard than you. So, you choose whichever you prefer. Okay, the magic presentation is basic prospecting method that can be used in almost any situation. Standing in line at the supermarket. Oh my gosh. And if you're not wearing your name badge, you're missing out on about $50,000 a year. Okay. I just have to tell you, the name badge is going to, oh, you're in real estate. How's the market? Every day of the week. If you're not finding people to have conversations with, put your name badge on and go to stand in line at the grocery store. You will have conversations, I'm telling you. Talking with someone at a party, asking people if they can help is a good method of approach. Most people are willing to help if they can. So approach. Hi, I wonder if you could help me. My name is Gina with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Here's my card. Who do you know who's planning to buy or sell real estate? Okay. You know where I would use this? I would go business to business. Because there's businesses, how many businesses are just in a small radius from here? Right? Introduce yourself. They want people to walk into their business. And you know what? If they let you put your cards there, you're going to take their cards too, right? It's called networking, business networking. So who do you know is planning to buy or sell real estate? And then ask, please keep my card so that when you or someone you know needs to buy or sell real estate, you can ask them to contact me. Thank you so much for your time. Pretty simple, but they're going to remember you. That it's amazing. You were so nervous about going and doing this, but in reality, they get it because they're doing the same thing. Okay. All right. Any questions? There's this whole second portion on sales that we're going to do next week. I didn't want it to be really, really long. I wanted to give you a snippet. So today it was just what? Approach, assess, and ask. Right. So remember those three things: approach, assess, and ask. And then we'll cover a little bit more next week. Second thing I wanted to show you, because we talk about Buyside a lot, but I don't think you realize what it really does. So here's just a 2-minute video that I want you to check out. 3 minutes, sorry.
The real estate industry is one of the most competitive industries of all. With everybody knowing multiple real estate agents, why are you going to be the one that catches and holds their attention? Buyside has a unique approach, leveraging data and technology to capture new leads, build trust and rapport using automation, and to allow you to dominate listing presentations like never before. The hardest part about lead generation and management for an agent is that it's all about timing. You never know when a seller is ready to sell until they are, and by then it's too late. But at the same time, it's near impossible to nurture leads in an engaging way that provides customized and valuable information that is specific to them in a way that doesn't take all of your time. Buyside's home valuation tool does exactly that. It all starts with your custom site that captures leads into your database. This dynamic link can be placed in simple spots such as your email signature or integrated into more strategic placements such as your website or social media posts. Homeowners can enter their address and get a complete home valuation report. They can see all kinds kinds of interesting information, such as how many buyers are in the market for homes like theirs, how much their home and similar homes in their neighborhood have changed in value over the years, and what homes in their area are currently for sale, under contract, or recently sold. Next, the site prompts them to contact you to receive an in-depth home valuation from an expert. However, if they're not ready to work with an agent yet, they're given the option to enter their contact information to receive monthly updates. From there, you sit back and let the automation work its magic. Where agents traditionally would spend hours out of the week checking home prices, shifts in the market, and creating custom follow-ups to nurture leads, Buyside's cutting-edge algorithm aggregates data across multiple platforms to do it all for you in seconds every month for every lead, helping you stay connected, staying front and center as the trusted authority for your leads. Eventually, when they are ready to sell, they'll have your name fresh on their minds and consistently providing valuable information, and there will be no need to look elsewhere for their listing agent. They know exactly who to call. With Buyside, agents have the tools they need to truly stand out from the competition. Buyside is available to all Berkshire Hathaway Home Services agents. Log into your virtual agent center and get into Buyside today to capture more seller leads, to win more listings, and to close more sales.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Yes, ma'am.
On Buyside,
Uh-huh.
when you log on to mine, it says that it's unsecured. Is that something that is my problem? Are
I
you
don't know.
doing it on your iPad or your actual computer?
And when you say unsecured, at what point does it pop that up?
The home valuation comes up, it'll show up on top that the website is unsecured. So how do we remedy that? Because I have my domain that goes to it. Like, for instance, right now I have an AdWords campaign. And so when the customers do go onto it,
Speak up, because I want to make sure that they can hear a question.
Okay. So when they go to my domain, it'll pop up to that Buyside, right? And it gives you the little website.
The widget.
Up above, yeah, the widget. It shows, but on top it says unsecured website. So how do we secure that?
That's a good question, and that's probably above my pay grade, but we will ask the IT department and see if there's anything that can
And
be
I
done.
don't know if anybody else has noticed that.
I don't know. Usually I worry about stuff like that if I'm going to be buying something, but if I'm not buying anything, it's not, you're not putting any personal information really.
Well, they're putting their address in, so.
But yeah, but everybody's got that. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know, but I'll check and see if there is anything on that. We'll ask Chris or something. Okay. So, but Buyside, that widget, the valuation widget, it's super easy to share on Facebook, super easy to, in fact, and you all know how to do that, right? I'm going to go here and let's go to, oh gosh, move out of the way. I'm going to go to VHHS. This is the VAC. And if you just scroll right here to Buyside, you go to marketing suite, and then here's where she was talking about. If you want to put that email link on your signature block of all your emails, you would click here. You right click, copy link address. You go into your email signature block, right click and paste it. It's that easy. Okay. If I wanted to share this on social media, I click here. I want to share it on Facebook, for example. And boom, it's that easy. I would just type whatever I wanted to say and hit post to Facebook. Okay. Those are nice things too that you can boost. You know, for $5, you can boost it out to, you know, various areas. You know, I don't know, La Quinta, India, wherever you want to get listings. This is an excellent tool to use that. Uh-huh. Email it? Can you email it? Let me look here.
Yeah, you can email
So
the
I'm
link.
gonna go here.
Gonna copy the
I'm
link.
just gonna go to email. And then I would, I guess, email here or email the app. So they're doing maintenance.
It would be that same link that you copied.
What you see right there.
So there's different ways of doing it. So if you go to.
Make sure you guys speak up so everybody can hear.
If you go into your website,
Mhm.
they'll have it there, and that specific link, when you click on it, that top link on top of your web browser will be the link that you can email to somebody, copy, paste it, email it to somebody.
Okay. Yeah, I found it here. So if I went to, I'll come to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no problem. So it's on, it should be in everyone's website. If you don't find it, you need to get with Chris or Imelda to get the widget onto your website, but it should be there somewhere. So this is my website, just so you can see. If you scroll down, and you know, you can just send people to search right here, but right here, get in home value estimate, right? And this is where they're gonna put in their home address.
Yeah. and then-
Gina? I was gonna mention the text, see how you know, scroll down, where you said get a home, instant home value estimate. When, I don't know if it's still a situation, but when the websites are originally signed up, the text is really small and and I can't remember what the actual text says, but I talked to Chris about it. And so you can change and put anything you want on there. So I went in there, did big letters and said, you know, interested in selling your home, find out how much
Great.
it's worth. And so you can change that.
Yeah, these websites are super easy to change. And if you're not sure how, I mean, literally you can just click on different links and you can update it right on screen. If you're not sure how to do that, set a one-on-one with Chris Sweeter, because he'll go in and show you how to do everything. But I'm telling you, your website is your best friend. Your website is your lead generating machine. You need to be promoting your website absolutely everywhere possible, every day, every chance you can. When somebody said, you know, our mindset, guys, is to go look on the MLS, right? I need to find a home. So our first knee-jerk reaction is to jump on the MLS. Well, I may do that, but I'll tell you, my first thought is I'm going to go to listing alerts. I'm going to go to neighborhood reports. I'm going to go to my website. I'm going to see if I can get answers there that I can send to the client. I want to keep the client only in my CRM, right? I want to keep them close to me because once they go out, then they're seeing all your competitors. They're seeing every, you know, not you want to keep your prospects to you. You don't want to have the opportunity to lose that. So these sites give all the information everybody needs, and they're super easy to follow. Okay. All right. So just a couple things there on Buyside. Okay. So, oops, wrong button. Sorry. How did I get back to here? I lost my spot, but I'll go right back here. Okay, that's where I was. Sorry? Okay. Okay, any questions on Buyside? All right, and then one other thing I want to show you, and we're doing very well on time here, is MLS sale, list price, sale price. And I've showed a few of us how to do this, and it's important. I mean, and you need to know when you're going on a listing presentation, especially if you're going or competing against other brokers, right? How can you get the upper hand? How can you be a little bit different is the question you need to be asking yourself. In one way, and I'm watching and I'm looking at numbers constantly, but you need to look at your list price to sale price percentage. And if you know who they're interviewing, look at that other brokers and see, do you have a higher list price to sale price percentage than your competitor? If so, you're definitely wanting to use that, right? And so what do? From the MLS, you're gonna make a quick search. You're gonna make a status, just those closed listings. You're gonna choose the listing and selling member, and I can show you pretty quickly how to do this. You're gonna check the box and then type the name of the member and then include any co-listing and co-selling. You're gonna click on CMA and then one line CMA, and then look at what that figure is and see how it compares to you, all right? You may need to compare broker to broker, right? Our list price to sale price is higher than that of all our competitors. I have looked. So as a broker, why should they pay you 6%? Because we bring a higher price to our clients. And that's how we can say that confidently, is knowing what the numbers are. So would you like me to show you?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I go back to the MLS here. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick search. I'm gonna come down here and just select the closed. Because we need to know what it closed for, right? I'm gonna scroll down a little bit further and select the agent. And I added listing selling member. If that is not on your side here, you can add it. Okay, and so I'll just use me. I think I have a couple of things. It's all caps. There we go. Oops. Legoland, is that like Legoland? Okay. Click find and see, there is there. And so let's use the one for CDAR. Oops, CDAR. And there's two. So now I'm going to just click on CMA, one line CMA. And this one was back February and then July, and you can come over here to the far right side of the screen. My sale price list price ratio on average is 100.02%. So pricing, I'm pricing it pretty accurate, right? Getting them a little bit more than the actual price for it. This varies agent to agent. There's an agent at another brokerage. I gotta tell you, he is very known for going in and overpricing these listings to get the listing. But when you check out these numbers, they're 86%. Because it's constant chomping it down. You can learn a lot by really checking out these numbers. So let me know if you have any questions on that. If you can't figure out how to do it, I'll certainly help you with that. But
When you check the other broker, you said the R is higher, where did you check all over the valley or how do you check?
let me come over here. Let's go back into the MLS. So the question was, how do I check brokerages? Let me go back to residential here. And then I go to office member. No, yeah, office member. I'm just gonna do Berkshire, okay. Yeah, right now, Berkshire. And let's sort by city. Of course, you can check any broker. All right, I'm gonna come down here and here is our beautiful Indian Wells office. And right here, it says view office listing. Oh, wait, no. Wait, we need the closed. Oh yeah, that should. I just want blank. Hang on, bear with me. I think these are actives. We don't want the actives. Let me do this. It is 23874. Yeah, no, 23874. Let me just make sure because I think these are all the actives. Yeah. So I'm going to go back here. Let me just go back here, back to quick search. I'm going to do what's closed. I'm gonna come back down here to, here it is, listing selling office. And then 23874, I could have typed in Berkshire and found our office that way too. I'm gonna click find. There we are. And then I'm gonna click on CMA. And on my CMA. And it'll take a minute for this to all pop up because there are a couple hundred of them in the last few months. Not a bad summer. We've been busy. Okay. So coming down, my goodness.
Gina, can you narrow that search down if you put in the, an area or, and a,
Absolutely.
okay,
So see if you look here, we're at 100.01 as an office. Okay, on average, on average.
Thank
So
you.
absolutely. So, you know, we're doing pretty well in pricing our properties, right? So that's how you do it. And then you can just change whatever.
Yeah, and then when you said that you checked out the other brokers,
Mhm.
did you do just that office, the whole listing, or just narrow down?
Yeah, a lot of times, if, you know, if I were going on a listing presentation or if I'm at a listing presentation, you know, I might ask them, oh, who else are you interviewing?
Right, okay.
And they'll tell you. They'll
And you
tell
would
you.
just do the search the same way, but for that brokerage.
I would do it for the brokerage, I'd do it for the agent, I'd look at all our numbers and see, you know, are my numbers better than that agent's or not, right? What can I do to show my value? And so that was my objective, okay? So could this be helpful to you?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. So let me go back here. Any other questions on that? All right, so just another way, you know, we're constantly needing to show our value. Doing a little bit of homework ahead of time could be very helpful to you getting that listing. Okay, and you can use it on a postcard. You know, my numbers, just on a postcard. You know, I sell homes at higher than, you know, value, whatever. We can come up with the correct verbiage, but you're promoting what you can do and why someone would want to list with you versus a competitor. Okay, third quarter farming flyers. I know we talked about these last week, but we are going into the third week. So that is a good opportunity to get another farming piece out. Of course, marketing is your best friend. So if you need any help with that, reach out marketing at bhhscaproperties.com or call this 800 number. March Stark weekly Facebook. If you haven't logged in, here's the link to log in. Don't forget to visit the VAC calendar for any upcoming training opportunities. Rick Ruby this week is doing another real estate success seminar. He covers scripts, open houses, expireds, FISBOs. He covers a full gamut of everything. If you've not attended, you definitely want to attend some of these. And to attend, it's from 1 to 4 every afternoon this week. And you just click on this link. And I will email this out to everybody as well. But click on the link, and if you want it before for today's 1 to 4, let me know and I'll email it to you or text it to you right away. Not every day. Every day is a different subject, but Rick Ruby basically covers scripts, how to contact people, what to say, how to overcome objections. I mean, it's a lot of information. Absolutely. In fact, it's one of the books you get has a lot of links where you can go in, follow along, fill it out. But here's what I think: if you're at an open, if you've had a challenge, if you've had any, well, maybe you weren't sure what to say to a for sale by owner, or you weren't sure how to overcome something. Rick is a professional coach. He's been doing this oh my gosh, 30 plus years, I think he said. You know, he worked with the Tom Ferry organization. Everybody knows Mike Ferry, I should say, but he worked with Tom in Mike's organization before Tom took off. But he's a great coach. And so any issues or challenges, he's a great one to reach out to and say, hey, you know, this happened to me. How best to overcome this? And you've got me, you've got Rick, you've got a lot of resources at your fingertips to help you overcome those hurdles that you may be experiencing.
Gina,
Uh-huh,
maybe comment?
sure.
So if anybody's gonna do this, Rick is like, you know, there's two extremes in terms of selling. You were talking about sales skills earlier. Well, he covers sales skills and amongst a lot of other stuff. For a lot of people, Rick is a little over the top in terms of salesmanship. But no, it's amazing because what you do is you tailor that to where your comfort level is. But you will not get that type of information. I have to have training from Xerox and some top shelf training companies. Companies just don't offer this. I mean, this is we're so fortunate to have him in this company because other companies just don't have it. And what I would suggest, because I've sat through it at different times, 3 or 4 times, you know, while I've been here. And there's a booklet that you can ask and print it out beforehand, and you go through and you fill everything out, and you can go back and revisit it. For anybody that's looking to sharpen their saw with regards to, you know, sales skills and scripts, etc., he's really amazing.
Thank you. Yes. Here's how I look at coaches, because you know, there's some you're gonna just click with, some you're gonna go, yeah. I've got a shelf full of coaching materials, books and CDs and all kinds of stuff. And I've listened to every one of them. I've read the books. There's some coaches that you go, oh, I like this. No, that one's kind of cheesy. I don't want to use that one.
Yeah.
I look at it like a big buffet. Okay. When you go to a buffet, you don't eat everything, do you? Well, I probably shouldn't. Maybe, maybe. But you don't eat everything. You take a bit of this, a bit of this, a bit of this, and you enjoy that. So it's the same way with, there's lots of coaches out there and lots of different styles of coaching and lots of different techniques. But I might like the verbiage from one coach, and then I might like something else from another, and then I'm going to make it Gina style. So listen, I mean, don't ever think, oh gosh, you know, I don't know, I don't like that guy. I bet you'll pick up something, or if you love somebody, wonderful, use it. But really listen, because you'll get lots of ideas from more than just one. So yeah. You know, they're not, but he has them every month. He has them every month. So I always, you know, when I listen through it, I usually pick up one thing I didn't hear the time before. So it's always nice to just go back and get the refreshers. Okay, tomorrow I'm super excited about this. I absolutely adore Ellen Dalton. Talk about somebody with a different style. If you don't know who Ellen Dalton is, you definitely want to register for this. Top 10 strategies for success. Ellen Dalton is the Senior VP of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, and this is national. And he's amazing, and how he explains things is super, super awesome. So tomorrow he's got the top 10 strategies. It's going to be at 11 a.m. Tomorrow, Thursday?
No, Thursday.
Thursday, thank you. August 19th. Yeah. August 19th at 11 a.m. And you can go onto the VAC, then click on the Resource Center, and then click on the calendar that's right on the side. And you'll see the August 19th date. You can register, you'll get the link. Otherwise, I'll be having it on here too in the bullpen. So if you want to come and enjoy it here, we can certainly do that. But I'm super excited about that. I encourage you to listen in, because you definitely will walk away with some good stuff. He is also the one, Ellen Dalton. He's part of the IQ system, the influencer quotient, you know, the real estate that's on the Resource Center. And he was the co-author of the Real Estate Influence book with Chris Stewart. So in any event, just one quick reminder, if you want to schedule some time with me over and above, obviously call me whenever you have a question on a transaction or you need help with something. Absolutely. Call me, text me anytime, or just come on in. But if you want some like 15 minutes, I need 15 minutes or 30 minutes of your time, Gina, I need to review certain things. I don't ever want you to think I'm too busy for you, okay? Ever, because this is what I'm here for, is to help you. So if you just go onto this calendly.com, Gina-Teglin, you can schedule time with me whenever you want, whenever you need. So hope that helps. I hope it's beneficial to you, and let's just coach our way into making huge profits this year. I like that. All right, any plugs or wants?
Gina, I have a quick question, if I may.
May?
When is the new RPA going to land, and are we gonna do a class on it, a little impromptu class, or?
Jean, the RPA is scheduled to launch in December of this year, and you can bet on it that we're going to have a class. It's gone from 10 pages to, I think, 16. We're at 14 or 16 pages now. It's crazy.
Okay.
But absolutely, we will be taking that document paragraph by paragraph, going over all the changes and making sure you know exactly what you need to launch in December. Thank you.
Okay, great, thanks.
Okay. Any other plugs or wants or questions on anything? No? Okay, well, I wish you all a great-
Gina,
Yes.
it's Ellen. Just a reminder, Mark will not be doing his YouTube this afternoon. He'll be back next week.
Oh, you're absolutely right. He's in Nebraska on a panel for Berkshire Hathaway. So that's where he is this week. And thank you for the reminder.
Not a problem.
You keep me in line, Miss Ellen. Not easy to do.
I try.
Ah, thank you. Okay, any other questions, plugs, wants, needs?
Nope.
Abraham? Okay. Behave yourself, sir. It's a good thing you guys aren't here. You can't see him. No.
He's beautiful.
He is, as are you, Greer. Okay, thank you guys. Have an awesome day. Let me know if I can help you in any way, and make it a great week.
Bye, Gina.
Thanks, Gina.
Gina,
Take care.
thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Gina.